Hello, everybody. Happy Friday. Happy Friday. We're getting into the first day of spring. It's getting warmer out. Yay, yay, yay. I'm sure we're all excited about that, especially here in Florida. So, welcome to Mrs. Clean AC. Hi, Sandy. And today we're going to be doing a Q&A. We're going to be talking a little bit about some of the common questions that I get all the time from customers and from other people asking about their AC units. So I'm just going to answer some of those questions. And then if you happen to have your own, please type it in the comments and I'd be happy to answer it for you. So one of the first questions I get all the time is, why should I replace my R22 system with a 410A system? Well, so I'm going to answer that. R22 refrigerant and equipment are being phased out. They have been being phased out for several years, and right now R22 refrigerant is extremely expensive. And when you try to purchase a piece, whether it's an outdoor or the whole system, it is very, very expensive, and it has to be charged with the R22 refrigerant, which will cost a lot more than trying to replace it with a 410A systems. For instance, an R22 coil could cost you, just to replace the coil itself, several $1,000s, $2,000 to $5,000 between the coil itself, trying to purchase it, and the refrigerant that goes into it. So it is not price savvy to be able or to do that. So it is much better to replace it with a 410A, which is more economical, and of course you're going to have the absolute 10-year warranty instead of not having a warranty. So it definitely is better for you to replace it with a 410A system. So the next question is, what causes AC units to freeze up? There are lots of reasons why an AC unit will freeze up. The number one thing that you want to check is your filter, and make sure that you have changed your filter and it is not plugged, causing the system to freeze up because it can't breathe. So that's the number one reason. There is another reason. The blower motor that's inside the air handler may be not spinning the way it's supposed to. It may be frozen. It may be seized, and it is not moving the air the way it's supposed to, which will also cause your unit to freeze up. So that would be something that you would need to call a technician or a company to come out and take care of for you. There could be a leak in your coil, your indoor coil, which could also be causing it to freeze up. And there are several other reasons. So if your unit is freezing up, you do want to call a technician, an HVAC professional, to come out and take a look at it so they can determine whether or not it's something simple like a filter, which I hope you check before you call us, or something that is much more detailed and has an issue. Okay, so and then let's see what other questions that I have listed on here from a customer. If I replace my outdoor unit, do I need to also replace my indoor unit? In most cases, yes. And here in Palm Coast, absolutely. We do not have the ability by the law or by our codes to be able to replace just the outdoor unit, because it does have to match up. So if it's not a matchup, an AHRI matchup, the city and the municipalities will not agree to that. So yes, you more than likely, if you have to replace one or the other, you have to place both. So yes, absolutely. Let's see, what I had one more question on here that I missed. How often should I have my unit serviced? You should have your unit serviced at least minimum, but I don't recommend it, once a year. But I recommend you have it done twice a year. You should always have your unit checked at least once a year, making sure that everything is working properly and good for you. If not, then you're not having any, just like a car getting its tune-ups done, you want to make sure that you're having your AC checked and on a regular basis to make sure that they're doing preventative stuff to it. And I recommend twice a year, because for the heating and the cooling seasons, to make sure that everything is going the way that it's supposed to with the unit, so that you can catch things before those seasons actually come into play. So usually twice a year. And and they check your how your filter's working. They can see things that you might not see. They can see frayed wires. If you live by beachside, they can see corrosion, and corrosion can happen very quickly there in certain areas, especially in certain areas. So you really want to make sure that you're getting that checked. Absolutely. Why are my ducks making a popping sound? Oh, we don't want that one because that's for up north. What can I do about my indoor air quality? Indoor air quality is really a major concern right now, especially with what's been going on in the world. So there are several things that you can do to improve the indoor air quality. Of course, you all know frequent dusting and vacuuming and all that stuff, but there are things that you can actually use inside your unit that will help you with those things and make your job a little easier. UV lights are a very popular thing right now, especially with like I said, what's going on in the world. They do help with bacteria and viruses. We have one in particular that is only for us. So, and it's much more powerful, more broadband lamp, takes care of viruses, bacteria, dust mites, mold, spores, helps with dust and anything organic. It kills it and sends it down the drain line. So if you're interested in any of those things, would like some more information, please contact me. But yes, UV lights can help by taking the things that the unit is bringing in through the air, and once the filter misses things, because the filter does miss things, this will take care of it and help to lower it. It doesn't get rid of it. These lights do not get rid of it completely. Those other lights that are on the market do not get rid of it completely, but they do help. And especially if somebody in your home has is triggered by mold and dust and things like that, it can help to lower those triggers. So yes, a UV light can definitely help with your quality of air in your home. So I think that's it. I don't see any other questions. Does anybody else have any other questions? I don't see anything in the comments. So I'm going to let you go, but I just wanted to say thank you. And Deborah from Mrs. Clean AC, and I will see you next week on Friday at 12 o'clock. Have a great weekend and see you next Friday.